Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about a small fresh release from Meng. It's a 1/72 scale kit, as you can notice, and we get here M2A3 Bradley with the BUSK 3. So it's US infantry fighting vehicle, quite famous one, and now you can replicate it in the small scale. It might be interesting for modelers who would like to have it copied in the small size because they don't have a space or maybe the time to build the bigger analog, and here you get the really nice alternative. And what I have here on the table, that's the final shape of this release, so it means you will get exactly the same stuff as what you'll see in this video review. It was actually purchased with help of some of you, so that's why I'm really thankful, because without you it won't be possible to review this kit. And first thing first, I have to say that the box art is really nice here. So as you can see, this is the Bradley in some desert dust, and here you can see also the comparison with my hand. The kit number is written here, it's 72005 as far as you can see. There are some features written here. By the way, the box itself is quite sturdy. This is really surprising. At first I thought it's a top opening box, but it is not. Here we also have the paint designations in AK Interactive paint colors. And here you can see also some contacts for the manufacturer. On the rear side, I guess that's the marking guide, and I wonder if there will be more marking options, because as you can see here we have the one only marking, and it is rather simple, so maybe you will have to get some reference material, the decent one, in order to replicate more markings. So this is a side opening box. And surprisingly, there are a lot of plastic sprues, as you can see, so it was quite a tight packaging, and we have all parts actually sealed in a plastic bag, so just give me a second. I will try to open it right now, and we will check everything together. In the meantime, I can also remind you that, well, there is a good thing that I reviewed the previous Meng releases as well, so you can find their videos on the same YouTube channel, and I have to recommend some of them as they were really good in terms of the details and features, and the price-wise they are also quite surprisingly more or less efficient, so definitely check out their recent releases which I reviewed on this YouTube channel. So I'm now opening the staples with the debonder, as you can hear, because we have the separate plastic bag with the clear plastic sprue, and I guess this will be used for one of the optical equipment on the BUSK, on the Bradley. And as you can see, its molding quality is really good, but I'm not sure how to mask it, because usually Meng is not that generous in terms of the masks and masking templates, and this means that you will have to work by yourself in order to get a nice result. But that's not all. We continue with the sprue A, and here maybe I will close the lenses a bit so that you can see what we actually have, because it's the light gray plastic, so that's why it might be a bit too bright. So we have the top hull section, we also have the side sections of the lower section, or side panels if you prefer, and this is the floor panel. And I guess it's worth zooming in and maybe closing the lenses even more so that you can see what we actually get here. Really nice surface details. We even have some Pioneer tools pre-molded, and here you can see these side panels which are also good looking. This is the floor, and here we have the glacis plate. Well, basically this is the external armor. If I flip it over here inside, you can notice that we have the guiding elements. Also here we have the suspension arms pre-molded, but that's pretty much all. And of course this is a kit without interior as far as I remember, and well, it will be interesting to see what is actually copied here. So why I'm saying this, because on the next sprue I see actually some of the interior parts, so probably that's because you can open some of the hatches, maybe the rear enter hatch, but as you can see, that's the hint, by the way, because we have the separate doors here, and also we have the separate turret parts. As you can notice, we have the seats here, so that's why I'm thinking that probably there is something replicated inside. This might be the interior floor as well. So this is rather surprising for a 1/72 scale kit, because usually we do not expect such features in a small scale models. Next we continue with the turret. So here we have the separate hatches on the turret. We also have the plastic main gun barrel, and here we have also the external armament, some additional equipment. So all of this looks nice. but well, the size, it will require some due care because it's 1/72 scale after all, so that's why you should be careful when you are working with such things. Next, we continue with the sprue D, and this one is fully dedicated to the external armor. So again, I will show it probably like this. Here we also have the drive sprockets, and for the drive sprockets I can see that the attachment points are right in the teeth. So be careful with this because it will require some precise separation, maybe not cutting in a straight angle, but actually parallel to the attachment point. And next, here you can see the side armor panels. They are also good looking, and we have really nice surface details, so it's a good thing to work on by bringing out with help of washes and other things. And here you can see the guiding elements, so it's not as simple as it might seem to be. We have also large guiding rods, so it will be easy to position everything together. Next, we continue with another plastic sprue. It's the sprue F. And here probably I should zoom out a bit. Now you should be able to see what we have here. So the overall hull panels, well, here we have, by the way, the space for the periscopes. So yeah, for the periscopes you have to use some masks, and I guess some of these parts are going actually inside the vehicle, so be careful with this. We also have this armor shield for the with the cutouts for the clear transparent sections. Next, we continue with the sprue C, and this one is interesting because here we get the track links which are molded out of plastic. So this is definitely a good thing, even in this scale, because it gives you a bit more convincing appearance, and it's usually easier to paint and weather, so definitely a nice feature to have in the plastic kit. And now I'm trying to open another plastic bag because here we have the decals, and for the decals I can see that there is no mention where they are coming from. I'll just show them in a second. Here you can see them, and there are not that many symbols, what actually hints that there are not that many marking options included, obviously, so you will have to check some reference material in case you would like to replicate something different. So keep this in mind. And just to check it a bit further, we have the assembly manual, which is printed as the black and white brochure, so I will just zoom out a bit, and now you should be able to see what we have here. So a small brochure, and it was packed together with the parts, by the way. Here we have also some tips on how to cut the parts, and we start assembly with the drivetrain. It's actually the drive sprockets and the road wheels. We assemble the lower hull section with help of these large guiding elements, and next we continue here with the drive sprocket. We have the road wheels, we have the separate plastic tracks, then we install the floor panel for the interior. We install also the seats, which are molded separately, also the turret part, but note that the turret part is replicated only from the rear side, which is rather interesting, and I guess it is connected with the separate rear hatch opening. Next, we continue with more parts being installed onto the top hull section, and then we join all of this stuff together, so bottom hull section and the top panel. And then here goes the rear section, and here we have the rear hatch. So as you can see, there are two positions, either open or closed. And then we also install some panels on the top hull area. That's the external armor going into place. Then we continue with the air filters and radiators. Then we continue with the external armor. As you remember, it is also placed on these large pins, so that's why it should be quite straightforward process. For the turret, as you can see, the main barrel should be movable because it's not glued into place. And next, I'll try to catch the page. So here we continue with more external armor. We install various optical equipment. Also this armor shield for the commander. And here we have also some antennas being installed on the rear section. So quite a nice package for 1/72 scale. I would say it looks impressive because you get a lot of stuff in a small size, but not that many marking options. Essentially only one in the box. So this is rather strange to see nowadays. But of course you can check some reference materials to find something different. And of course I will be happy to hear your opinion about this release. So do not forget to write it here in the comment section below. And I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today, and bye.